I'm Troy Beverly, and this is Pan-African News. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe hopes to produce 35 tons of gold by year's end. Zimbabwe expects to meet or exceed its annual goal of 35 tons of gold production by the end of December. As mentioned by the Herald, the nation's gold producers delivered 32 tons of gold by the end of November to Fidelity Printers and Refiners, Zimbabwe's state-owned gold refinery. Minister of Mines and Mining Development, Winston Chitando, stated that 4.17 tons and 3.77 tons of gold were delivered to Fidelity during October and November, respectively. According to Equity Access News, gold production tends to decline in November due to Zimbabwe's rainy season from November to March. However, a lower than expected rainfall occurred this November, causing the country to reach a monthly record of 3.8 tons during the month. Zimbabwe's gold revenue between January and October reached $1.87 billion, exceeding the previous year's total of $1.8 billion during the same period. Thus, the estimated 11-month total, depending on earnings in November, is between $2.12 billion and $2.14 billion. And based on these projections, Zimbabwe expects its gold revenue by the end of the year to be between $2.3 billion and $2.4 billion. The most Zimbabwe has ever earned from its gold industry was $1.98 billion in 2022, followed by $1.8 billion in 2023. Zimbabwe has the potential to earn $5 billion annually from its gold industry, but it faces several challenges. Zimbabwe lost $400 million in gold revenue between January and October because it is unable to sell gold directly to the London Bullion Market and is forced to use intermediaries. And due to power shortages in the country, gold miners must rely on backup power sources to keep operations going, which increases their operating expenses and impedes productivity. Finally, Zimbabwe must offer more competitive prices to its gold miners, especially the small-scale ones, to prevent smuggling, which costs the country billions in revenue every year. Small-scale miners account for 70% of Zimbabwe's gold production, while large-scale miners account for the remaining 30%. Gold accounts for 1/3 of Zimbabwe's exports and generates 60% of the nation's foreign currency. Gold also anchors Zimbabwe's new gold-backed currency, the Zimbabwe Gold, ZiG.